The New South Wales Premier has issued a warning to the unvaccinated. Don't expect to do everything vaccinated people can do at the 80% target. Wet weather dampened Picnic Day, where fully vaccinated people were able to meet and socialise in outdoor areas for the first time since the beginning of the Greater Sydney lockdown.
The New South Wales Premier has delivered a COVID update on the day she said she would be ending her regular 11 a.m. press conferences.
I was always scheduled to do today because of the key milestones we announced. Obviously today is the first day. Many people have freedoms they didn't have before.
Those restriction changes now allow 5 fully vaccinated people to gather outside for recreation like a picnic, not including children under 12, but it must be in your local area. If you reside in one of the 12 local government areas of concern, fully vaccinated households will now be able to enjoy outdoor spaces for picnics and recreation for 2 hours outside of curfew. If you live alone and are fully vaccinated, you can meet with another vaccinated friend outside. On Sunday, it was 30 degrees in Sydney. The temperature, though, has dived by about 11 degrees with cloud and showers, leaving parks like this largely empty despite the rule changes.
I want to leave a really key message today, and that is do not let your guard down. Today there has been some easing of restrictions after we passed that 6 million jab number, but it's way too early for any of us to get complacent, and we are concerned that an unexpected event, a super spreader event, can suddenly have a major setback.
78.6% of people in New South Wales have now had their first dose. 46.2% are fully vaccinated. Vaccine uptake has been strong in recent weeks, but that rate is now slowing down. It may speed back up again after the Premier's warning today.
Don't expect to do everything that vaccinated people do, even when we hit 80%, and I want to make that very clear.
That 80% double dose mark is expected later this year. That was the target where life would largely return to normal. That now may not be the case, but the Premier says it may not even be their decision to make.
Private businesses, private organisations may make the decision that they don't want to welcome unvaccinated people.
From today, another milestone. Children 12 and over can now book in for a Pfizer shot this week, and then
from next week, Moderna will be available at pharmacists for young children aged between 12 and 15. So we really want parents to take up this opportunity to vaccinate their children.
We opened our doors to children aged 12 years and over at our hub, and I can tell you it was a delightful thing to see those children in our queue at the hub this morning.
12 to 16-year-olds will not be included in the numbers that decide state vaccine targets for the end of stay-at-home orders. There were 1,257 new cases in the latest reporting period, with case numbers steady for the last 2 days. Government modelling suggests numbers should start trending down later this week. There were also 7 more deaths. 1,189 people are in hospital with COVID, 222 are in intensive care. Cases are still on the rise in more inner-city suburbs like Redfern, Waterloo, Camperdown and Glebe, but there are no plans to lock the area down as an LGA of concern. Infection rates are also rising in Wollongong and the Central Coast. Kenny Heatley, Sky News, Sydney.